Hello, welcome to Your View. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my incredible co-host here. Hello, ladies.
Hello, Morayo.
Hi, Waike in the building.
Yo.
You look amazing today. Waike.
Thank you. My makeup is courtesy of
Very nice.
China.
Very beautiful. I like the way you packed your hair.
Thank
You think this
you.
so well. Who else said that you can actually make your hair into a wig? Honestly, if you sell this wig, why can I'll buy it too. If you scrape the hair, if you scrape this hair and sack some
Nigerian hair.
I will buy
You
it.
pay how much for
I'll
it?
pay $5,000 for it.
But you know that I will not be able to grow my hair if I
Yes, you
shave all
can.
this at my age.
It doesn't get to this length, but it's to grow nicely. You know,
If-
that
if
nice
you
low
won't come
cut.
back white. You know, it's already almost old.
But it still look beautiful.
It look very pretty.
Thank you. Oh, gosh, I'm
Cyril
blushing.
in the building.
After a long
Yes, we've been seeing you on radio, hearing you on radio, seeing you on the breakfast show on Nigeria. They say you just abandoned us. That Nigeria breakfast show is not the Indies, they're the new kids on the block. You just abandoned your view.
If I was going to be a politician, I would have said your views my constituency.
Hey. We missed you. Like, where is Cyril? We just be hearing you on radio. I don't know the arguments with Barrister Obani and the hearing and seeing you on breakfast. She said, what's wrong with this guy? Thanks for coming.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I'm more than glad to be here.
to have
At
you.
such short notice because Madam Jumzo is too busy playing
Don't
love.
mind her.
Yes.
Hey.
She's still in the love season.
In this
Can
fit-
you
as
ima-
in-
imagine?
The poor girl, you didn't allow her to go to Ghana. A lot of you stopped her from going to her Ghana.
She's the only one enjoying this Valentine's.
I'm telling you.
That
I'm
reminds
telling
me,
you,
I
pure
was
enjoyment.
in one church, I think it was Four Square Church in Ebute also, and one of the elders there said he doesn't miss your view.
Wow.
And that Owa is his hero in that. I must give him a shout out anytime I'm on the show. So, and I think you were a member of Four Square before.
Yeah, when I was in Kaduna, so I used to go. But I don't know him though. I'm just saying that.
Let's say hello to our northern fans. We have a lot of fans in the north.
Sure.
Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto,
Taraba,
Taraba.
Kogi, everywhere.
They always
talking
calling
now.
us.
Mutanen Zauzo, Nakwana,
Nagajia.
Nagajia, ya yara, ya mutanen. All of them. Sanunku.
Sanu, I love you.
Lafia.
Nagajia. All right.
How
you doing?
I'm fine, oh, my sister. I'm fine. Today is my children's inter-house sports. We're having it at the Agege Stadium. And normally every year we run. So this year my son asked me, Mommy, are you running? I said, I'm still thinking. Because I always come first for parent race.
Really?
So I don't know if I'm fit enough to run.
After
So
the dancing
hopefully
classes.
I'll follow as the spirit leads.
You're still young. You know my brother is old. He went to his children's inter-house sports and he went to go and run. And then he tore his
Oh my
hamstring.
God.
So he has been complaining. Yeah, my leg has still sent you. Don't know that you are old.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
So I hope to run today. Hopefully I'll run.
All right. Great. Good to have everybody back on the show. Jumzo, please hurry up on this, your lovey. Valentine was Sunday. Today is Tuesday already.
don't
Please,
mind her.
quick,
Spirit.
sharp, I'll come
When I
back
call
to
him,
this.
he says, I'm at home. Money doing what? Am I upset today?
I
didn't know.
Love don't shake and finish. All right, let us take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us, we'll be right back. All right, let's start with the Punch. Cyril, we're glad you're here because people hasn't just entered our head today. So you help us establish all the stories.
Not a problem at
The
all.
Punch. Discrepancies. Buhari sacks budget director. Appropriation bill contains 668.8 billion naira frivolous expenditure, says report. Customers planning to boycott banks over charges by March 1st. Federal government deploys troops in Niger Delta over pipeline bombings. Army begins trial of 24 soldiers for cowardice. Naira plunges to record low of 345 naira per dollar. Over. Code of Conduct Tribunal. Senate caucuses meet. Discuss Saraki's fate. Halliburton scandal. EFCC probes ex-AGF, Adoki, and four other sons. Power supply drops by 1,589 megawatts. And Buhari sacks Jonathan's ex-postman, NTA, FRC, and NAFTAC bosses. We'll talk about the sack a bit later because all over the papers. But discrepancies, Buhari sacks budget director. Because which one do you want to take? Who wants to?
No, I was thinking the power drop.
Oh, yeah.
By 1,000
Megawatts, I mean.
how many, 1,000 something megawatts?
589 megawatts.
Yeah, and according to the reports, it was alleged that some of this drop is also as a result of the vandalization of
the
gas
pipeline.
pipelines, and the story is a bit.
You know what we had mentioned at that time
Yeah.
when they had the guy from the disco saying, when I was trying to make him understand, listen, there's still that area of the gas being blown up needs to also be addressed, because if we don't have gas, transmissions cannot send to the discos for distribution. Really,
So I'm just wondering that when would they be able to find a proper strategy?
Solution,
to curb
pipeline.
Only
pipeline
last week.
vandalism.
Can I use this opportunity to say our transformer has still not been repaired? So inside this drop, our own area, because the whole area
there's no light
is
there.
inside the drop, because
It's
we
very
don't
bad.
have light.
I've not
We have
had-
not, for 3 weeks now, we have not smelt lights. NEPA is not even saying anything, and the transformer is not working. Go and contribute money and buy. Can you imagine? This is how we have been contributing money to buy transformers since. So
Well, you know, what you would ask yourself sometimes is, those who are blowing up these gas pipelines, what do they really stand to benefit? You know, the energy sector, power sector, these are sectors that are really, really broad. You know, I mean, if you know what I mean, they are vast. They are not just, they are not sectors that you can look at in one straight line. I mean, like for instance, pipelines, gas, helping to also support the power sector.
Yeah.
Now. So, for these vendors to be always targeting and meeting the targets of dealing with power supply tells you that it's not just a matter of people doing hit and run. I think that we need to have a keener, closer investigation.
Yes.
If there's complicity from within, you know, we also need to be dealing with that, because only last week, last year, we had raised up to 5,000 megawatts, and then
now it has
suddenly
dropped
there's
now,
a drop
over 1,000.
by almost a quarter. That's too big to just carry as a headline. I think we need to really look into
All
it.
right, moving on very quickly to The Nation. Sacked DG in trouble for blowing 200 billion naira on poll. EFCC, ICPC to quiz ex-CEOs of agencies. Why they had to go. I'll read it very quickly. Donation by a woman DG of 700 million to PDP's presidential campaign in 2015. Furnishing of an office of 800 million naira. In fact, it's too long. Let me even move. Let me go past because it's so unfortunate. Now, there's a picture here of the Assistant Commissioner of Police who died actually in a swimming pool at a Lagos Island hotel. That was so sad on Valentine's Day.
yeah, I read the
Oh my
story.
goodness, such a sad story. Halliburton, lawyers admit taking $3.5 million. Excuse me, budget office DG fired over fiasco. Naira falls to 345 against dollar. Martins waiting for visa to go to China. Supreme Court on Akwa Ibom and Syria, 3 hospitals hit. All right, so are we talking about
This
the
policeman.
The policeman, yes, the policeman that died, he went to exercise. They said he normally goes there to exercise, and then he just died.
in the pool?
In the pool. Yeah, by the time they got him out of the pool and rushed him to the hospital, he was already
Oh,
gone.
yikes.
And the police, everybody is.
I thought they had, let's look at Lagos Island, I thought they had, what they call them? those
Lifeguards.
Lifeguards
Did you
in,
think he drowned?
in the pool. How else? could
he-
they have-
Maybe he just finished exercising.
No,
Okay.
he was swimming.
Oh, okay, he was swimming.
He used to go there regularly to swim. But you know that kind of situation is either it's probably that he got muscle pull and couldn't scream,
Yeah.
and that's what.
It's possible. That's a
Because
possibility.
you know muscle pull, once you just, if nobody's watching,
Yeah, you won't even be able to swim your way up.
Hey.
Oh, yikes.
Very
Such a
sad.
sad story on Valentine's Day. Goodness. All right, moving on very quickly to Vanguard. Errors. Federal government fires budget DG, 26 others. Okay, we're talking about the firing now. Court warns federal government. This goes against disobeying order on electricity tariff. Area commander dies in Valentine's Day tragedy. Oil pipeline attacks. Buhari reinforces military presence in Niger Delta. I was not arrested by EFCC, says ex-DMI boss Weaver. And those are fired. Lots of people here. Shala Omoli of NTA, Ladan Sili of FRCN, even Emeka Mba of NBC, our own dear Emeka Mba. The NAN, Imani, so many of them that I can't even list everybody. But we have the
26 of
NAFDAC,
them.
26 of them, NAFDAC, NRC, NITDA, FBN, NOA, SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria, so many, Nexim Bank, NAPTIP too, interesting, goodness. So 26 fired, goodness me. Who has that story? Who read that?
I think there
Is
is
there any
a-
reason that...
Well, quite frankly speaking, I think that it has much to do with politics. But again, I think the president was magnanimous, so to say, to have left them to have served up to 9 months after he took power. You know, in many instances, they just come and summarily dismiss them because, you know, but yesterday, I think there was a story in the papers that the APC was putting pressure on the president. Yes, because, you know, I mean, those who have actually labored and worked during the campaign, there's need for them to go in and, but again, you see, these people that have been sacked are not living on a clean slate. They are not living, some of them are not living with their names intact. You hear of cases of billions being spent, misappropriation here and there. So I think that it is beyond the issue of replacing them with people who have who ought to be rewarded for what they've done for you in the campaign.
It's beyond that, you say?
Yes, it is. We must also put people there who beyond party lines have the qualification.
Because I also read that Abike Dabiri was appointed special advisor on foreign affairs and diaspora.
She's in the presidency.
Appointed special advisor planning, budget planning.
Yeah,
Let me just say that for the parastatal that have all their DGs sacked, I think what going forward, you know, it's beyond pressure. The truth is that most of these organizations, if you check going forward, you know, it's beyond pressure. The truth is that most of these organizations, if you check what is happening in Nigeria, most of them possibly they're not doing their jobs, you understand? So it's a good thing. I just say that for people that are strategic thinkers, you would think okay, this is a good strategy for us to have total reform of what is happening in those organizations.
Just new faces do new things.
Like national orient,
new regime, just do
new things. So it's
except for the budget guy. That one is because of his budget.
Yeah, he was hired last year by President. I think it was Gusau. Was hired, but he got fired again.
But there's an argument about that budget that they said that they brought in consultants to come and check those budgets that everybody brought. So he's not really. People are saying that he's not really the person that they should hold. If at all anything happens.
That's the article said more heads will roll.
Of course, definitely.
We'll wait and see what else happens. Moving on very quickly to Daily Sun. Buhari's red card sweeps out heads of Budget Office, NTA, Radio Nigeria, NAFDAC, SON, and NAN. Lots of prominent people, people like the Shola Mole, pretty popular gentleman, and a lot of people that were sacked. Well, how ex-governor Soswam laundered 1 billion naira, witness tells court. Kalu promises to address Masob IPOB grievances if elected senator. Let's see. EFCC may go after ex-first lady. Which one of them? General, we who are not arrested, says anti-graft agency. I didn't read that article. I was wondering which of the ex-first, because there are quite a number of them still available.
There is God, though.
Oh, really? Oh, they should leave her alone, I beg.
There is
God.
God.
Is retiring.
Why haven't they gone since? Why haven't they gone after?
I think, really?
Why do we keep hearing this I mean, if...
But you see, these DGs, it's just, myself and Waiki were talking in the makeup room. For you to offer them sack letters, you know, like sack them, it means that some of these people, if they've genuinely served the country, and you know, it means they are not entitled to any form of, you know, pension or benefits or whatever, because you just it's not like they are asked to resign, you know. So I don't think they'll be able to get their entitlements.
They can't get their entitlements.
Really?
Once they sack you, you can't get entitlements.
No, you can't if you're sacked.
No, you see, I think usually government uses the word sack, and this is where editorial judgment in headline casting has to come into play. Your employer can disengage you, but there are always terms and conditions. If it were that there was, like, okay, for instance, if any of them was being prosecuted, of course, we all know that if you're undergoing prosecution and you are sent to jail and etc., then you're going to shed those benefits, of course. But statutorily speaking, you know, if your employer is engaging you, then there's
benefits
there's always a modus. You know how.
So it's possible they weren't actually sacked. They probably
just that maybe they asked them to resign
plan or something that they give to them.
They were disengaged.
Disengaged, because there's no way you can work for that long and they will not give you something to go with.
Exactly.
So maybe it was just the words that was used on the headlines, but
maybe
possibly
just
to get the sensation.
Sensationalism in Nigeria.
All right, moving on very quickly to this day. Buhari sacks 26 Jonathan appointees. Supreme Court, why petitions against Okowa, Ajimobi, Udom, Gaidam were dismissed. PDP to pick new acting chairman today. NNPC in talks with IOCs, banks to finance new drilling repay debt. And panic buying weakens Naira to 340.
This Naira matter, I bet you. Can you help me explain? Because I'm just confused. You know,
you are confused.
Henry Boyo back.
Let me explain it to you. Naira is here, dollar is there. there is plenty naira in the market, but no dollar. So those with dollar are holding the dollar. Those with naira are looking for the dollar, and they are not seeing the dollar to buy. So those with the dollar are increasing. If you want my dollar, you have to pay me. So they are dictating the price. They are
that's in the simplest terms.
in the simplest possible. Yes,
because I was listening over the radio. Someone was saying that some Chinese companies that would normally do businesses in Nigeria, they've stopped any form of business because it's crazy. Now, for the honorable businessman that wants to transact his business, you're not able to get that dollar. So, what happens to their businesses? You're crumbling people's businesses.
To us, even with the book he gave to us,
that
when we buy, when we sell crude, and they pay us in dollars, right? Now, what the proper thing now the CBN now, for example, gets X millions of dollars. Now, they now convert that to naira. Lots of that is that naira they now used to pay to give all the pay all the various local governments and the state governments the money. If they pay them in dollars, there'll probably be more dollars in the system. Am I saying the right thing? I'm trying to understand what Mr. Henry Boy was explaining the other day.
I think
that we need more dollars in the system because right now they are holding the dollars in the CBN. That's why it's difficult.
And you see,
they pay with ledger. I owe you. They just sign.
Yes.
I owe you kineko dollar. They don't give you the dollar. So is it that paper you want to go and use?
It's a naira conversion that makes more.
If you even look at how the CBN has handled the currency in the past maybe 6 or 7 or so or more months, you realize that they themselves have gone a little to the left, a little to the right, because the naira is in a quagmire. It's in a difficult situation. As soon as they withdrew this domiciliary accounting came up and they withdrew the dollar flow, Nigerians went to Togo, went to Benin, went to Ghana, because they knew that certainly and surely the time was going to come when the dollar will be in need, and we are facing that that time now. It is not even, it doesn't even help our cause as a nation that when we hear this issue of dollar and naira, quite frankly speaking, many people don't even understand how the thing works. But at the end of the day, you go to a shop to go and buy maybe mop stick or something, the woman says the price will increase. What happen? Dollar cause that. Our appetite for the dollar is something else. It's unparalleled. But you see, if for instance, let's just take for example, they made in Aba trade fair that they went to hold some time ago. Was it last week? If we make made in Aba a national culture, and if we can at least say for the next 1 year, let all of us on moral grounds, not even on
let's wait like that.
Let's all turn our faces back into the economy and plunge back, buy here, sell here.
Even
if
Cyril.
we do 50% of that alone for the next 1 year, we will show sufficiently up. But you see, again, you look at the fact that government perhaps is still thinking with which clear-cut policy direction it is going to take, and because the CBN does not live in exclusion, and because we are running a political economy whereby even when the CBN says we're not going to do this, you know that they are subservient to the higher political authority. So all of these are
you just hit the nail on the head.
Interwoven. If we are serious enough, our destiny as touching the currency and the economy is in our own hands.
Thank you.
But I don't know.
Right, unfortunately,
let me not doubt.
We have to drop that on this one because we still need to bring Henry Boye or another economist back here to explain.
It's not issue of any Boye. Let us be buying made in Aba. Let's buy
That's
made in
pretty
Ijebu.
much,
Let's buy. That is the simple grammar.
Because the Aba people will produce this kind of jacket. It goes out of Nigeria. Then the importer, exporter, and general merchandise will import it back into Nigeria.
And sell it to you.
Do you know that even fish, they will catch the fish in our waters. They will send the fish there, freeze the fish, and come back and send it to us.
Please,
I saw this minister, our senator, the one of Silverbird. He bought Ben Bruce. He bought the car, Innocent, I think.
Yeah.
It was the Innocent Motors, and he was explaining that he took a picture of it and was showing on social media, saying that he's trying to encourage us buying Nigeria. Now, I think that for me, that was fantastic. Okay. And I think more companies should actually go to.
It's not just even the companies.
Innocent,
Let me
even
tell you what happened.
In those to encourage these companies.
Federal government cars were Peugeot cars, remember?
Yes.
Everybody, 504, 505. Yes. It's the same thing. You already have an Innocent, for instance. What would it take for you to say, okay, you know what? Since you are the one producing the presidential fleet, This is the specification.
Yes.
Tell me if you will not meet it.
Of course.
And pay him the money you are paying for a BMW.
Instead of them going and buy BMW and Toyota, yes.
Let me quickly chip this in. I'm among those who have been wailing that, you know, this nation lacks a concrete national agenda that we can be mobilized around. Beyond the issue of even anti-corruption, what does Nigeria stand for that all of us can say we are going to, you know, like the new NOA boss, whoever is that comes in, should endeavor to make this his national campaign that Nigerian solutions are here in Nigeria. They can't be found elsewhere. We need to have a pan-Nigerian agenda and ideology. That should be sold to Nigerians.
I want us to, before we turn it as a hot topic, because I think it's pretty interesting for us to talk about the fact that how can we truly eat, do, live Nigeria?
Like
of course. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, we've heard different arguments concerning the economy, what we have to do. Someone saying we have too much dollar. No, we have little dollar in the economy. Someone saying we need to diversify. We need to do Nigerian. Okay, what does this really mean? Because it's one thing to say it theoretically. It's another thing to actually provide a blueprint for the Nigerians, for our people to actually say, this is what they told us to do. So we're just discussing. We're still going to bring experts in to help us. Hopefully, if we have new DGs now, we can bring them in to tell us, give us the blueprint. What do you want us to do? And we'll do. But in our own thinking, how can we truly live Nigerian? Can we eat Nigerian? Can we wear Nigerian? Can we drive Nigerian? Is it possible, even with what we have today? Because it's one thing to say, let us manufacture. That's long term, because you have to manufacture. But today, can I go home and say, today, henceforth, I want to start being more patriotic or living more Nigerian? YK, want us to go first?
Yes, I wanted to say, you see, even the cars that we are making,
yes,
are the spare parts Nigerian? Are they, or are they importing? Because if you are importing, and then assembling here, we have lost the plot. We have to really go back, and we really have to search our minds. Are we really ready
for that?
Are we really ready for that?
That's important.
Are we ready not to go abroad for our holidays? Are we really ready?
Very critical question. Very important, because can you tell Nigerians who have been traveling to Paris and everything and say, you know what, this time around, go to Budukatu Ranch.
We are talking of Ghana, even Ghana. In the introduction, you are talking of Ghana.
Can you rather go to Budukatu Ranch or go to Ikogosi?
You know, you see, taking a cue from what YK said, I remember in the papers, was it 2 weeks ago or last week, the Sokoto governor was sponsoring a young chap. The picture was on the front page. I wanted to talk about it, but it skipped me. The guy created a car. Do you understand? He Sokoto, was it Sokoto now? The government is sponsoring him to go study engineering abroad, where he can actually now start. So you see, that's a good step in the right direction. If you are exporting Nigerians to say, okay, go and learn this and come back to your country and let us study it, it's a good step. Now, for the people that are already on ground, I think Nigerians can actually leave Nigeria. They can eat, breathe, and sleep Nigeria. You don't need any external influence. If we are not ready to sacrifice now, I don't think there will be any headway. If we keep waiting for the perfect time, the perfect whatever, it will not work. Until we start, if, for instance, the senators and all our leaders have been using our healthcare facilities and they've been going to the same schools, the public schools that the public citizens are going to.
I don't even want
what do you think? No, what do you think would have happened
I agree,
to the structure of those buildings? It would have been transformed.
Fine.
So it's
but
the
I
same
want
thing.
us to look within. You see, we know if they build hospitals, if they build right schools, it will happen. We're talking about the average Nigerian every day. What can you as a citizen do to start being more Nigerian?
Let me quickly add. Do you know what is even shocking? This your tuk-tuk that they drive, the tricycle, or what they call it, keke, mara, or whatever. Do you know that they import that thing?
Yeah.
Is that not annoying? What is inside that thing, the technology? Do you understand? What is happening in all the technological institutions that we have? Why are they not churning out models for people to manufacture?
Did I send you that video of the Ghanaian girl that was making bicycles from
the bamboo.
Yes.
Is it the fern? Yeah,
from the bamboo. She was making bicycles from the fern. Now that is what we are talking about, innovation.
Yes.
You know, because
and she exports it.
If I were in Ghana, I would definitely be buying that bicycle. Do you understand?
Let me come to you.
You know, if I were to be the CEO of Company Nigeria PLC, the first thing I do when I come to power is to assemble a team of super solid technocrats, maybe 5 or 6 of them, put them in a room, we simply have a SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis, okay? Nigeria has more than what, even with the so-called powerlessness, there's no power, there's corruption, there's everything here and there. We are producing more than what we're even recording. We are producing, exporting, and re-importing. Okay? We are doing things that are amazing. In 1975, one particular motor brand from Germany, used to sell its, I think, Model 10 in Nigeria for about for 10,000 or so. They brought another model and said, we're going to sell that model for 12,000. Muritala Muhammad just called one professor, Professor Ayodele Awojobi of Blessed Memory now, and said, check this car if it is worth the amount. The professor looked at it after a week or so and said, it is not. Muritala issued a decree and said that car should sell at the same price with the, with former. And such professors are still abound in Nigeria.
Thank you.
See, the geopolitical system that we have, you want to take a call?
Yeah, no, I'll take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll come back and continue. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're still on this topic concerning how can we truly be Nigerian, use Nigerian products. Cyril is going to talk about
I was on the point. I think the first thing that we need to look at is to tell ourselves the truth that we are not where we should be, but that we are enough of ourselves to get where we want to be if we are serious to look inwards enough. Morayo, this geopolitical system that we have now is doing us more evil than good. Let me tell you why. Every geopolitical zone seeks what it can get because it is because there are political offices, what didn't come to us, what went to the other zone, what if we turn that competition into geoeconomic zones, you look at the fact that in the east they still have abundant reserves of coal. With ordinary 2 billion naira, you can tap into coal, not even for export now, but for power generation. If you develop power to them and say, okay, you have the power now, with power and steel production, we can manufacture it from bicycles to aeroplanes. That's one. If you come to the southwest here, the cocoa we have is as good as the crude we have because they call our crude sweet crude. Our cocoa is better than what they produce in Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is the largest exporter of cocoa in the world.
Let me take this call from Chisom. Chisom, are you there?
I need to talk after.
Morning. Go ahead, Chisom.
Okay, I'm calling from Mangoro.
Mangoro, go ahead, please.
On the topic, the hot topic today, I think part of the problem we have is we need to do a resource identification of every area in Nigeria. What is the core competency of each area? If you go to the east, palm oil, for instance, that we now import from Malaysia. We look at the coal in the east, the cocoa in the west. What can they not produce, whether it's solid mineral or whatever? What is the core competence of each area? Identify the resources and then see how we can manage our people to get to those areas that we are good at and promote that area for each area. Okay. It's not about this tribe or this place or what. Yeah. What is our capacity and how do we develop the capacity of each area?
Thank you so much, Chiboso, because I think it also, let me just jump in.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if our leaders stop traveling all over the place and then they now sit down, because there is nothing, I was saying it before, that everything that the Western world uses, it is in Africa, they get it. They get rubber for tires here, steel for cars here. Everything that the Western world needs, Africa has it. Cocoa, Oyinbo man cannot do without chocolates. And it is here. They can't do without it.
Which is what this
and we are exporting to these people at cheap rates.
Which is what he was saying now, that actually we need to look within all the various local governments. You don't wait for the core competence for us to actually extract from what do we have within our society, even the local governments, even the various communities. What do we have that we can do? Even other pure water. Now we know the best pure water is from Ikogosi, or the best water, and we all just get water from Ekiti. We know that yes, that they are the ones that supply us the bags that we send to the entire world.
Let me also even add there, because a gentleman, I was speaking to a gentleman, and he said that he did a research, African economy. He said in Kenya, for instance, a farmer sells a bag, they weigh it, I don't know the particular scale. He sells the bag of tea, that the best teas, I think it's from Kenya. They sell the bag at $10. There's a middleman between the farmer and the person buying it. So the farmer gets how much? $3. That man gets $7. The person that they've sold it to will sell it at $70. They go and package it, refine it, and bring it back to you to buy. Everything that we say we are importing, we bring them, it is from source, it goes and comes back. And it's the same trend that happens with crude.
Yeah. Let me take this call from Nii. Nii, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sorry, I want to ask a question. It's quite simple what we are discussing. I don't know if you can answer it. It's about the former governor of the Bayelsa State that they got the barrier. We just heard that he's dead and we don't know what happened again.
Who are you talking about? I don't understand.
The former governor of Bayelsa State, I think they done the barrier because we did not hear.
Okay,
No, I don't think so. We haven't heard.
We haven't heard.
Which we are waiting to attend.
We're not aware. No? We're not aware. So
you're waiting to attend.
I don't want us.
Your view is waiting to make. What's my own?
I don't want us to lament because
we're
we
not
know
lamenting.
I want us to actually give examples, scenarios of things
Right,
we can actually do.
I-
What can you do today to help?
What I wanted to say is, you see, by the time a good leader comes into our country to do the right thing, you will see that the Western world will not like that person. Because first of all, you will say you don't need the Western world. Okay, I am the owner. Yes, it's my property. I'm exporting it. So, okay, this is that's what happened to Nkrumah with cocoa, because he saw that when a woman liked cocoa. So what did he do? He bought all the cocoa from Cote d'Ivoire to all West Africa, and then he now dictated the price of cocoa. That is progress. He was thinking like an economist.
And a futurist.
Okay, let me speak to I think it's Ayodele, I believe, from Festa. Go ahead, Ayodele.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Go ahead, please.
The problem we have, we've all said it, is to come back home and visit what we have in this country. Our leaders, God has given us so much mineral resources, everything in this world, everything they have in this world, we have it in Nigeria. Every mineral in anywhere in the world, we have it in Nigeria, but we don't have leaders that can tap into it. Look at Dubai that we are going today. One leader tapped into Dubai and turned Dubai into a magic land. We all rush there, go and buy land there, go and buy house there. Let our leaders see what we have in this country, and this country will move forward. We have everything here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we are.
Solution. If you go to the Dubai you're talking about, have you ever been to the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building? You will see a vision. You will see a clear roadmap. That is leadership. I haven't seen, it's not about giving me budget or whatever picture, numbers and figures. Just give me pictures. This is where Oshodi is. In the next 2025, this is what Oshodi should look like. Then there's a roadmap to how to now get Oshodi to that level. We are the second world largest we own the second world largest deposit of bitumen in the Ondo area. Yeah. And yet, we have terrible roads in this country.
You can imagine, that one is so terrible.
Listen, it should be an insult that they will come to your country and they will now feel like they are living in a slum. They should not be depicting Africa that we are poor, because we are not poor. We only have wealth, but we cannot see it. That is the
problem. We bring China to build our roads. Do you think we don't have incredible architects and builders in Nigeria?
Professor Oluwole said it very aptly. Yes, you have everything, but we don't have the sense to do. You know why? Because we have not learnt the real technicalities in our language. So I was reading an article from a video she made, a recording from Professor Oluwole. She was saying that you teach Africans in English. I was growing up in Nigeria, and I know that in school, a lot of my classmates from certain regions were constantly failing. And it's because you are speaking to them in English. How can somebody who you are communicating to in English that he does not his first language actually be able to translate that English into building cars? Of course not. Now, if you taught him in his native language, if you taught him technology, agriculture in his native language, even up to the university level, he gets it because now he's an A plus. He learns it as a subject and he masters it, and then he can create his own. That's how Germans, because Germans speak.
Because yes,
they learn this is in German.
In German,
the French, they learn this is in French. The Chinese, they learn it. So they know they can create because you've taught them in their native. But you teach a child Yoruba, you get in school, they teach him English, and they're all confused. Now they get to university level, and they are still graduated as dumbs because they are clueless on how to actually create these, translate these things into proper things, proper structure. So we are the ones, our minds are being poisoned.
You see,
we cannot see beyond what
the worst part is that in our schools, if you speak your language,
they'll cane you.
There is vernacular. They call your language vernacular. How can they call your own language?
And you'll be caned.
And you will be caned.
I was a class captain, so I know.
You will be fined.
Names of
But how do the South Africans that have gone through that process
let me explain.
bitumen and now to translate it into
Sorry, Siri, let me explain what you just said. It's because we are comfortable associating ourselves with people. We are not comfortable in our skin. That is the clear example. That is the clear what it means. So that's why you see an African. I'm going on holiday. The person is not proud to tell you that I'm going to Ogudukato Ranch. The person is telling you that I'm going to Paris. Because we are comfortable associating. That is why you see us, we want to import call all the big cars in this world. Go to Abuja, you will see it. If on roads that cannot drive a Lamborghini and a Ferrari, you will see the cars. Because we are comfortable associating. Instead of us to create and be the change. If the government approached Innocent and says, this is a government fleet, whatever it will take for you to get it to that standard, we'll support you. Let me tell you something. In the next 5 years, nobody will find importation attractive anymore.
All these cars that we cannot afford, that you and I cannot afford.
Nobody will find importation attractive anymore.
All these cars that we cannot afford, that you and I cannot afford. They have their shops in Victoria Island.
You can imagine.
They have their show. Drive all of them. Why should we be driving Porsche here?
Okay, guys, we've lamented because I didn't want us to lament, but somehow
we have to lament.
All right,
we're
going to take a quick break. When we come back, let us have real solutions. What you think we as Nigerians, even the big projects we can do, the cars, the bridges, the roads we can do eventually. But you, Cyril, how do you start becoming more patriotic? Start working, living, eating Nigeria. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's take some tweets. YK, any tweets we have here? Okay.
Let me open it.
Let me jump to Cyril. You're saying solutions.
During the break, I was actually saying that on the issue of language, I think I'm aware that the National Policy and Education actually states it, that I think in the first 2 or 3 years of a child's education, his instructors can alternate and teach him in the local language of that of his domicile where he's growing up. So perhaps people are not just following that part of the policy. But again, you see, as we were saying earlier, are the tweets ready now? Or should I?
Go ahead.
My lad says, Yusuf says, ban importation of furniture, kitchen utensils, cutlery, beverages, clothes, footwear, medicines, rice, wheat, etc. Please, he didn't forget to add Brazilian hair.
It is not.
They should ban importation of Brazilian hair.
It is not the ban in itself that's going to actually solve the problem. You need maybe a measure of control or restriction, but at the same time give enough room for local industries to breathe, so that they will also see an appreciable standard of competition. You're not
giving me solution. I have course
that they have, so that they don't just end up. Now we fall into a kind of economic solipsism where we just produce because we have been given. No. It's not going to help us.
Toba from Makodi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Good morning. Please go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to contribute to your program, talking about buying made in Nigeria goods.
Yes.
Whether sustainable or not. My own thinking is that, yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, my thinking is that
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
It's delayed. He needs to
Yeah.
hurry.
That you see, the problem is not a question of importing the goods. The question is improving on the standard and quality of the type of goods that we consume here. You know, Nigerians have this avid for consumption and for quality consumption. So what we need is standard goods. If you improve the standard and quality of the goods that are produced here in Nigeria,
Thank you.
Nigerians will
Thank you,
voluntarily
Tobert.
and
Improving the
deliberately
standards.
go for the made in Nigeria goods. Because there is no justification buying these Tokombo goods. You know, if you go to, like here in Makurdi, we talk about Wadata Market. You go there on Saturday, you see how people wrestle to get those old clothes. And you see the price of the clothes is even higher than those ones made in Aba here. But people still go for after those ones. Why? Because you see that the quality there, they believe that the quality is far more than higher
Thank
than
you
that
so much,
of-
Tobert. I wanted to pick on that issue because
happy he said they believe.
we understand the quality might not be there, but what Cyril I'm hearing say that we understand it might not be as good, but it is a decision we make. Fine, this dress from Aba tears after 1 week. I will still buy it because I am trying. I'm making a conscious effort. Say I want to improve my economy. I will go and buy another one. Hopefully, if I do that, they begin to improve. In 6 months' time, that dress from Aba will get better.
Can I
There's
even
this
shock
tweet.
him? Okay, you.
Sorry, there's this tweet. It says crude oil essentially runs the economy. Since we sell and buy back in dollars, making dollars scarce, naira surplus, and that's one of the problems. Our
Consumption, no?
not crude and everything that bitumen, when we export it, then we now buy it back in these dollars that we are looking for. We are creating.
So we're sending our money outside. We're exporting our dollars. So you're paying your child's school fees. You're exporting dollars, making dollars scarce, and that's what's causing the problem.
Of course.
Now imagine all your children were here and actually importing. No, actually that you're exporting. People are paying you in dollars. So now they have excess dollars in our economy, and that's what solve the problem.
Let me say that for what he was saying about the quality, and that's what we're saying, that if the government supports local production, the quality would improve. It would, you see, made in Aba goods were not as, now they're even better than what it was before. These same China things that they bring to our country, they are horrible.
Oh, sorry.
You buy, sorry, let me finish. You go to the market and you buy a China toy for your child. In 1 second, it's gone, and you don't. It's not painful to you because it was imported. If you had bought it from Aba, you will not say it's because you bought it from Aba.
Cyril, let me
That's
give you
one.
The toy
Number
used
two.
to say hello by the
made in Aba is in classes now.
You will forget the low.
The made in Aba is in classes.
That's what I'm saying.
The one they make for Oriolo SLS is the one that some people buy. There are the ones that Aba people make for the high and mighty boutiques. Really? They sell the off surely. That's what they import. They export and re-import. You go to some big names and you think you're buying what came from London. You didn't buy anything from London. No. You are buying what was made in Alaba and Aba.
Thank you.
What we are saying is this: that look, in China is not democracy, okay? China is a communist country. Yeah. It's just sometime in 78, after the leader died, they said, okay, let's open up the market a bit. So they began to, and China, I'm sorry, does not innovate really. You know, they've been accused that they just take and okay, but we in Nigeria, we
are innovative.
We innovate. We can manufacture to suit our own taste and what our Western neighbors can also buy. What is the way forward?
Yes.
You don't need to close all the borders down. Like, do a proper SWOT analysis. Look, let us come to a point where we say this is Nigeria's best at this time, and then sell it to Nigerians.
Okay, let me give an example. Because we were not saying what
Let me give you an example.
You're not giving an example. In the morning you wake up, instead of buying your regular international cereal that you buy, but I know I'm guilty of that. I buy the international one. Hey, from today I'll make the decision. I see the local ones. I overlook them. I don't buy them. But now, henceforth, I'll go and buy them, even if I don't like them.
I don't drink cereal.
I'll buy my kids. The kid, not for me.
I drink Ogi.
My kids.
Mariah.
My kids drink cereal. I'll buy the Nigerian made cereal for them. We'll be drinking Ogi. What else is Nigerian?
There's local oats.
We'll do there's local oats. We'll do the Nigerian made. Because Nigerian they're
Tapioca.
making not the foreign one. There's tapioca. We'll buy those ones now. Then the rice. We'll stop our basmati.
Let me even show for those people that are into construction.
Yes.
My friend that lives in Lagos, she went to Benin.
Yes.
When it comes to furniture and woodwork,
There's something else.
If you go to Benin, top quality product. Why do we have to import turkey dolls?
Yes.
When we can go to Benin and bring whatever it is that they are producing there, tell them your standard. You will pay a little extra, but it will be, you are proud saying that, okay, yes, it's not an imported doll that is in my house. It is made in Nigeria. And then even in Kaduna State, for instance, all the textile companies that were producing Ankara and all those things, they are all under the drain. I'm sure probably maybe the governor is looking into it. But you see, we're importing fabrics from Togo, importing fabrics from Benin, we're importing fabrics. So
all those textiles anyway.
Even Adire.
No, Adire is made here.
I'm saying,
but the material they used to make the Adire is imported.
Now.
You see, so we still have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
We have to learn how to make material from here.
We have the
using
cotton.
our own. We have the cotton. Do you know, we have silk. I'm sure we have silkworm. I'm not sure that we have silkworm, but if we do, let's our own, because there's a particular designer that I love her designs, and I would love to buy from her. But when you go there, when you hear one dress is 300,000, if I have 300,000, is it a dress I'm going to use it to buy? You know, so they too, they don't encourage us.
No, they're not. So if it's that one, just leave them.
Go to the Yasuraju next door. Trust me, they'll do the copy for you for 3,500. You'll be all right. Trust me. Listen, let us encourage our own. I'll start wearing Nigerian suits too. I'll go and make the.
You know that one is not a problem
all
for
these
me.
foreign ones. I know you're okay.
I am not. It's not a problem for me because me. Baba Jagede, my hero.
He will make it for you. We need to find out what Baba Jagede is. Make office clothes for us and suit. Honestly, because we need to see. This is the reality.
The sad part is that even the Ankaras that you want to go and make, except you are sewing Adire and tie and dye, those Ankaras are imported from China. Right. So what is there's nothing right
that's
now.
That's all we can take.
But at least we are patronizing Baba Jagede.
Okay, yes, that's it.
That's what we can take on the show today. Goodness me. I wanted us to have real life solutions, but we need more of lamentation.
We found solutions.
Okay.
If you want to do
No,
your
do part
dolls,
two.
Your dolls
That's what we can take on the show. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Babe, what?